Yo, so what is up, everybody on YouTube? We are back today with a brand new video. And as you know, we're going crazy with these career sims, as that Bronny career sim went absolutely crazy. If you're new to the channel, from that, I appreciate your support. More career sims on the way, along with a little bit of rebuilds and a little bit of what if sprinkled in there. Today we're doing Jayson Tatum, highly requested career sim, and honestly, I'm kind of interested to see how his career turns out as well. As you can see, we're starting in year 3, because he's already had 2 seasons. We did a start now. So year 3 of Jayson Tatum's career. He does not get on the All-NBA first, second, or third team, as he is only an 85 overall currently. We know this kid has a ton of potential and has showed up in a lot of big moments for the Celtics, hitting clutch shots. And if you guys have not already, smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. As you can see, Jayson Tatum dropping 17.7 points per game in the first year of this. So first round, we are up against the Pacers in the playoffs. I think we could probably take out the Pacers. They have a solid squad, but the Celtics definitely are a little bit better than the Pacers are in 2019. So we 4-0 them, sweep them off their feet. This second round matchup is where it's really going to be shown who's a warrior, though. We got us with the Celtics up against the Philadelphia 76ers with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. So it's going to take a whole lot of dog to win this series. It should be a tough one, but we're going to see. We start off 3-0, but they start coming back on us. 3-2, we don't love this. 3-3, they take it to 7, and we actually take the L. We just blew a 3-0 lead despite Jayson Tatum playing very good. We are now in year 4. Jayson Tatum up to an 87 overall. So he definitely is progressing a lot already, as the team pretty much stays the same for year 4. By the way, Trae Young MVP. By the way, if you have not already, leave some suggestions down in the comments of things I could be doing better, or, you know, players that you want to see me do career sims of. Some I already have kind of in my brain that I might be doing. Zaire Wade, James Wiseman, Pascal Siakam maybe. There's a lot of names up there that I possibly want to do. But let me know down in the comments. Maybe Devontae Graham or Kendrick Nunn. So first round of the playoffs, we are up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Once again, should be a super tough matchup, as last year they did bounce us out in 7 after we took the 3-0 lead on them. So they are up on us to start the series, 3-1. Let's see if we can get a little comeback going here. A little momentum, and we cannot, as the Sixers drop us off 4-1. Hey, but it is alright. Jayson Tatum, once again, played pretty solid. Year 5, let's see what we got going on here. So, Jayson Tatum, it's looking like he's actually not on the Celtics this year, which is kind of insane. Now at a 91 overall. He went to the Clippers? Wow. So, Jayson Tatum went to the Los Angeles Clippers. That's a wild card right there. Kawhi also left. So it's Paul George and Jayson Tatum. Kind of surprised to see Kawhi make the move to already leave Los Angeles, at least the Clippers. Who knows if he went to the Lakers. But I'm kind of surprised to see that, considering I felt like there was so much hype with him going to the Clippers in the first place. All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. We do not get Jayson Tatum on either team just yet, but I'm assuming he's probably getting there, as we actually missed the playoffs. We missed the playoffs? Wow, 23 points a game from Jayson Tatum, almost 25 a game from Paul George right next to him, as he's playing at the 4s, Paul George is playing at the small forward position. That's actually kind of crazy that they missed playoffs, I'm not going to lie, but I guess they just need some other pieces around them. Year 6, hopefully we can make playoffs this year, as we did actually get a very big addition right there in Bradley Beal to play the 2-guard position for us, as we'll have Pat Bev, Bradley Beal, Paul George, Jayson Tatum, and Zubac. So our MVP this year goes to Luka Doncic, who is still hanging on there in Dallas with the Mavericks. Sixth man of the year goes to D'Angelo Russell, All-NBA first team, All-NBA third team, our boy Jayson Tatum. Wow, he's up to a 95 overall already, as he solidifies his spot on the All-NBA third team. We'll take it. And the Clippers end up making playoffs this year. I guess Bradley Beal is what they really needed to jumpstart them to actually get the chemistry flowing and be a very good team. Jayson Tatum dropping 25 points per game. Definitely can't complain about that, as he is a pure scoring machine now. 2-time All-Star, 1-time All-NBA third-team member, and All-Rookie first-team, obviously some years back. So first round of the playoffs, we are up against the San Antonio Spurs, as I'm not too sure what their squad's really looking like nowadays. So Dejounte Murray is still their point guard. Josh Richardson's now on the team. So that's kind of interesting, but I do think we definitely should beat this team, as we definitely have some star players over here that they do not have over there. So we get off to the 3-1 lead. You love to see it. Let's see if we can keep it going. Boom, 4-1. We knock them out in the first round. Finally, our boy Tatum getting back a little bit deeper into the playoffs. So we're going to be up against most likely this Pelicans team that I'm assuming still has Zion. Wow, Tatum dropped 41 in that fifth game, which is kind of crazy. So Pelicans, yep, they do still have Zion, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker is also alongside Zion, as they get off to a 3-0 lead on us, which is not great. And we get dropped off in 5, 4-1 by Zion. 36 points from Bradley Beal, definitely solid. Year 7, here we go, year 7. Jayson Tatum, Bradley Beal. Wow, they added Vucevic and Mo Bamba. So that's actually some big upgrades that can help this team out a lot. As previously, Zubac was our starting big man, so we definitely did just get some depth at the big man position. So Luka Doncic, once again, MVP, but now on the Milwaukee Bucks. I wonder if Giannis is still there, because that would be an interesting combo to see play together. Both Giannis and Luka. Who knows? Cade Cunningham, first All-NBA team. Is our boy Tatum, All-NBA third team, once again, now to 96 overall. We will take it. We did make playoffs once again, so we can't complain about that. 5th seed. Our stats are looking pretty decent. A little step back, 21.2 points per game for Tatum, about 4.7 rebounds per game. Bradley Beal, 20 points per game, and wow, Paul George taking a big regression there, only 13 points per game this season. We need a little bit more out of him, but he is getting up there in age, so I guess that's probably why. Kind of look at the league leaders, see where we're really at. So we're the number 1 scoring power forward in the league, even above Zion. So that's actually kind of impressive. I like that. First round of the playoffs, who are we up against? We got the Golden State Warriors with Steph, Clay. They still got Steph and Clay going strong. So it should be somewhat of a tough series, but I think we still pull out. As we did get that big man help that the Warriors never seem to have. So here we go, 2-2, 3-2, and it's going to 7. It's going to 7, and we do knock them out. Let's kind of see how that Game 7 went real quick. Let's look at the box score. Take a look into it. Okay, so Steph Curry dropped 23. Tatum dropped 22. So Tatum did enough to get them kind of onto the next round, but not anything too crazy. We are up against the Grizzlies in the second round that now have De'Aaron Fox and Andre Drummond, so that's kind of interesting. But once again, I don't think this team is better than this Clippers team we're on. So we have to knock them out. That's what we have to do here. They actually take it to 7 with us, which is kind of crazy. And the Sixers have been eliminated. I hope we do not get dropped off by this Grizzlies squad, because we are the way better team. We're just going to have to see. As we do win, Bradley Beal drops 29 points, which is definitely really solid. More or less kept us in it with them. We are now up against Cade Cunningham. Pretty much just Cade Cunningham. But he is a super good player, as he's a potential MVP pretty much every season. So it's going to be tough. As we take it to 7 with them, what can we do in Game 7? And we get dropped off. Cade Cunningham drops 42 on our head, as none of our stars really step up. Here we are in year 7. We still have that depth going on. It looks like Paul George, I don't know what happened to Paul George. So we are going to move Tatum back down to the 3, as he goes from a 96 up to a 99 when you move him back from the power forward position to the 3. As Paul George is still here, but he has regressed a ton. He's only about an 85 overall, and I'd rather have Tatum playing at a 99 overall than have him, a shell of his former self, and Tatum playing at the 4. Zion gets MVP once again. Cade Cunningham, All-NBA first team. Where is our boy? Hopefully All-NBA second team. All-NBA third team still, even though we moved him to the 3. But that's still not bad. As we finish the 4th seed in the West. Can't complain about that. Tatum, 22 points per game still. Holding up around those numbers from anywhere from like 21 to 25 points per game over the last couple of seasons. So first round, we are up against the Dallas Mavericks, which would be a scary sight, but I'm pretty sure they do not have Luka Doncic these days, and I don't really know who they're rocking with. So let's look at that team. Dennis Schroeder, Lonnie Walker, Gordon Hayward, Larry Nance. How did that team make playoffs? I don't know how this team made playoffs. That is a pretty bad team for sure. So we get off to a little bit of a lead on them, 2-1. We better knock them out, dude. If we lose this team, I might just have to end the sim right here. All right, 4-1, thank God. When they started off 1-1, I was not sure, bro. But Bradley Beal, 23 points, nothing crazy. Up against the Pelicans once again, who do have Zion, who is popping off. Frank Ntilikina actually starts at their 1, which is kind of an interesting guy to be there. I was not expecting that, especially this far into the sim, to still be hanging around. But we're up 2-1. Let's see what we got going on here against these Pelicans. It's going to be a tough series. So they tie it up 2-2. They get it 3-2. Come on. We're taking it to 7, and we actually lose in 7. Jeez. Man, Zion has been our kryptonite so far, guys. Let's see. So I don't think Tatum's actually on the Clippers anymore. So let's take a look on the player finder and see actually where Tatum is nowadays. Honestly, he could be anywhere. He could be anywhere. He signed somewhere in the free agency. So let's see where he is. He's hanging with the Sixers. That's a complete heel turn on his old team, the Celtics, as they are rivals. But wow, look at this team. Jayson Tatum, Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons, Trae Young, Karl Anthony Towns. Dude, I don't even know how this is possible. I don't know how. Devin Booker? Yo, I don't know how this team is possible. How would they even make this work salary cap wise? Who else is on this team? LaMelo Ball? Joel Embiid still hanging around? Dude, this team is insane. This team is guaranteed a chip. I think that might have been the move he did. He went to chase a ring. I respect it. If he gets a ring this season, I respect the move. But that is an insane team. That is way better than the Warriors were ever, dude. That is insane. Wow. Wow. This team better be first, dude. Wow, they're actually second to a 72-10 Bucks team. Victor Oladipo, Brandon Ingram, Giannis, DeAndre Ayton. Wow. Luka Doncic, Zion? Yo, why? There's 2 teams dominating the league, dude. That is insane. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they voted on something to take away salary cap or something. But these 2 teams are absolutely stacked. Both coming out of the East. So it's going to be interesting to see. Our old team, the Clippers, is over there. First round, we're up against the Magic. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. Definitely no match for our team at all. So if we lose to them, dude, I'm going to be super pissed. Because honestly, it either has to be us or the Bucks that wins this chip. As they actually start off beating us 2-1 in the series, which is insane. 3-2, we take it. Come on, let's just knock them out. They're taking it to Game 7, and we actually barely scraped by. Tatum having a really solid game in Game 7. We're up against now the Boston Celtics, Cole Anthony, Jaylen Brown, DeAndre Hunter. Once again, I think that we should beat this team, but with the struggles we just had with that Magic team, who knows? We start off 3-0. 4-0, we sweep the Celtics. And wow, this Bulls team just upset that 72-10 Bucks team. This Bulls team we're about to play, which is insane. I don't know who they even have. RJ Barrett, Kevin Durant, John Collins, James Wiseman, Wendell Carter Jr. Wow, dude. I don't know why there's so many top-heavy teams. There are some teams that are super stacked right now. So I guess there has to be a lot of teams tanking if there's so many teams that have like 4 or 5 big-name free agents like there is in this sim. So this is going to be a tough one. 2-2, 3-2, 4-2. We take it. KD gets held. Nobody did anything crazy. So Sixers up against this Lakers team that has dropped us off while we were on the Clippers with Cade Cunningham once again. Let's see if we're enough to beat them. Let's see if we got the firepower, which I think we do. 4-1, Trae Young gets Finals MVP. 27 points from Anthony Davis. Tatum doesn't even have to do much because he's like the 3rd or 4th scoring option on that team if we're being serious. Year 10, I did somehow mess up and we don't have the regular season footage for this, but we did here. I went straight to the playoffs. So here we are in the playoffs. You can kind of see what's going on. So Tatum, once again, he's doing his thing. Tatum is a very, very good player in the league. Our Sixers did make playoffs once again as we are up against the Knicks in the first round. We are the 2 seed, they're the 7 seed. So in theory, we definitely should win. We start off 3-0 on them as we knock them out 4-0. Clean sweep on them. We will take it. No stress on these low tier teams, as there's only about 3 teams that should really be battling for the chip. That's us, the Bucks, and that Bulls team, who have a ton of superstars for no good reason. So we're going to have to see what happens. Let's see what we got going on here. So game 4, we did beat them, as the Bucks also 4-0 sweep their team. Nothing crazy went on in the box score. So, did the Bulls not make playoffs this year? Wow, that Bulls team that dropped off that Bucks team last year that had KD, John Collins, and someone else that was super impressive did not make playoffs this year, which is crazy. We're now up against Anthony Edwards and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I think we should beat this team, but you know, the 2K Sim crazy things happen. We start off 3-0, as our former team, the Clippers, does get dropped off on their side of the bracket. But hopefully we can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and maybe even get Jayson Tatum another ring. So 3-2, 4-2, we'll take it. Nothing too crazy going on once again, as we meet this Milwaukee Bucks team that is super insane in itself, up against our absolute bomb squad from Philly. It's going to be a tough one. I'm not going to lie. We definitely might drop this, but who knows? We have crazy players, but they also do as well. So let's see what we got going on here. Hopefully we can beat them. All right, so we start off 1-0. They get a game back. It's going to be a back and forth type of series as we start off. We're up 3-1. 3-3 is what we are at. We're going to Game 7, and we lose in Game 7. Once again, not crazy stat lines at all, because both of these teams have so many superstars. Year 11, still with the Philadelphia 76ers, and this absolutely insane team that is built around us. Like, just look at our starting 5. Look at this team, dude. Trae Young, Devin Booker, Jayson Tatum, Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons, LaMelo Ball. I almost said LiAngelo. That would have been a big oof. But MVP goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's still showing out for the Bucks even now. All-NBA third team, Zion. So, yeah, man. I mean, we're competing for a chip every single year pretty much with this Philadelphia 76ers team. As you can see, there's our badges. We have a ton of Hall of Fame ones, as he is now a 99 overall. So we're up against that Cleveland Cavaliers team we dropped off last year once again, as they do have RJ Barrett, Anthony Edwards, and Dejounte Murray. So they're not a joke, but we are the better team, as they actually start up 2-1 on us. But I don't think that they should give us too much problems. Actually, 3-2, not looking great, and wow, I spoke too soon. We get dropped off by the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's a big oof right there, especially with the talent our team has. Year 12, here we go. We got 299 overalls in Ben Simmons and Jayson Tatum. Wow. This team, man, as they now add James Wiseman as well. They have James Wiseman, Karl Anthony Towns, and Joel Embiid. I wonder if Tatum will ever get an MVP. I'm not sure he will, especially if he stays on a team like this. It'll be tough to do with just how good his teammates are. He's not going to have to do all that much. Jayson Tatum, All-NBA third team once again. Definitely respectable, getting a ton of those third team nods throughout his career. Boom, number 1 in the East. We will take it. Jayson Tatum, once again, man, no crazy stat line just because we have everybody getting a piece of the pie. Only 15.7 points per game. This definitely will hurt some of his career stat numbers being on this Philly team, but hey, chips are over numbers. We all know this, as we are up against this Heat team that does not look that good in the first round, but let me not jinx us too bad here. Every team has a little bit of fight in them, so we'll see. As they actually do start off 2-1 on us. 3-2, they take the lead, Jesus, and we get dropped off. This is insane. I don't know if Jayson Tatum decided to sell his soul for a championship or what, but this team should not be getting first round exited in 2 back-to-back years in the playoffs, especially by teams that aren't all that insane. And the fact that all these guys are still on contract is insane. And we added Kristaps Porzingis. So, LaMelo Ball actually goes ahead and gets himself MVP this season, which is kind of insane. no longer with our 76ers. Let's see what we got going on around the league. We are not on any of the All-NBA teams, probably because, like I said, we're not getting those big numbers anymore with Tatum. We do finish the second in the East, right behind the Bucks, who I'm assuming still have Giannis absolutely popping off for them. Like these stats are definitely not what you would hope for, but with this many mouths to feed, it's kind of insane. So first round, we're up against the Knicks, and I'm not even going to say anything this time. I'm not going to try and jinx us, because it's insane at this point how many times we've lost to teams we should not have. As we get off to a 3-0 deficit, we get a game back, and we get dropped off in 5 by the Knicks. Third straight first round exit. Year 14, here we go. We have like 4 or 5 all-star, maybe even 6 all-star level players, and we're getting dropped off in the first round 3 years straight. I promise there's some type of witchcraft going on here. Jayson Tatum had to have sold his soul for a championship. Let's see what we got. Year 14, second in the East, once again behind the Bucks. Jayson Tatum still not even averaging great numbers, 15 points per game. We're up against the Heat once again, one of the teams that did us dirty and dropped us off in the first round. So let's pray to God it doesn't happen. Maybe the curse will be broken. Come on, we need this. 2-0 we deficit to start off, not looking great. 3-1, jeez. Come on, dude. This team is too talented to be losing these playoff series. And, wow, 4-2. Once again. And we added Anthony Edwards, dude. There's no reason for this to be happening. Year 15. Here we go. Jayson Tatum is still hanging on there in Philly. As we have 499 overalls. 4, not 1, not 2, not 3. 499 overalls, and we cannot make it out of the first round of the playoffs. I promise you there is something else going on here. Make sure the proficiency's turned up. We even have a 5-star system proficiency. And after that chip, everything has went downhill for Jayson Tatum and the rest of the Sixers team. MVP goes to Luka Doncic, chilling on the Bucks over there. Zion, I think, is also on the Bucks, which is kind of crazy. We are not on any of the All-NBA teams once again because our numbers are not that great. First in the East, we'll take it. Definitely a great regular season performance. Let's take that to the playoffs. Getting the numbers up a little bit, Tatum, but still not where we would like them to be. But I don't know how many shots per game you're getting, but not that many. A lot of All-Star nods, a lot of All-NBA third-team nods. He is an NBA champion, but he could be a 2-time NBA. Honestly, with this team, I think that Tatum could have won 3 or 4 rings already, if I'm being 100% honest. 3 or 4. So we are up against this Charlotte Hornets team in the first round. If they knock us off, this is going to be the ultimate one, because there's no reason the Hornets should ever be good enough to knock off this team. Never, ever, ever. So let's see. We're off to a decent start, I guess. 2-1. With how things have been going lately, starting off the big deficits, I'll take 2-1. 3-1. Come on, let's clutch it out. Do not get eliminated first round. Let's just knock them off here and get the 4-1 victory. Come on, clutch up, Tatum. Come on. And boom, there we go. 4-1. We do take it. We're up against that Bulls team that was insane earlier. Oh, they have LaMelo Ball. I don't like that. That's a revenge game right there. LaMelo Ball might have a revenge game on us, as he was on this team about 2 to 3 years ago, and then followed that by going and getting an MVP. So we start off decent on them, 3-1. Let's just hope nothing too crazy happens. As we drop them off 4-1, let's go. Maybe we can actually do it, guys. Come on. We're up against that Bucks team. Wow, they now added Cade Cunningham as well. Giannis, Cade Cunningham, Luka, dude, that's insane. 3-1, and we actually dropped them off 4-1. Hallelujah. I'm surprised. I'm surprised this is happening. We're now up against this really, really weak Grizzlies team. I mean, they still have Ja Morant, and they still have some other 90s, but compared to the teams we've been playing, this is a weak team to meet us in the championship. As we beat them 4-1. Ben Simmons goes ahead and gets himself Finals MVP. Not too much of a crazy stat line once again from Tatum. Even playing 32 minutes, really not doing too much. Year 16, our boy's starting to get up there a little bit in age. He did get himself his second ring, so we do like to see that, as this team is starting to come back down to reality a little bit. Losing some of its key star players it's had over the years, but it still has some really good ones. They still have Tatum. They still have Trae Young. They definitely have a good team still. There's no complaining about it. They still have Ben Simmons. They still have Karl Anthony Towns. But they do not have that crazy depth of all 95 pluses that they had for about 2 to 3 years there somehow. All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. We do not get a nod once again. Let's see where the standings are and how we actually finish this year with our team coming down to reality a little bit more. So, third team in the East. You like to see it still. We'll take it for sure. Player stats, take a look at that. As there we go, Tatum's finally breaking back up into the 20s, 20.9 points per game on the season, so we will take that. Let's see what we got going on here. Who's our first round matchup and all that good stuff. Okay, so first round, we got ourselves a matchup up against the Orlando Magic. Hopefully we pull it out. I don't know a lot of the names on there because it's at that point in the Sims where they start to be a lot of creative guys. So we're just going to have to see what we got here. So we get the 2-1 lead. 3-1. Nuggets been dropped off. Come on. Let's knock them out. Boom. 4-1. We will take it. As our Sixers advance past the first round for what? The second year in the last 6. So we'll take it. We're up against that really tough Bulls squad from a couple years ago. Not sure if they're still that good or what's going on with them. Jayson Tatum did drop 32 in that game, which you'd love to see. Finally starting to get more of his shots up and getting a little bit more of the share of that. So, let's kind of see what is going on here. Simulate this round real quick. So, let's see what the Bulls team has to offer us here. 2-2. 3-2. We're taking it to 7. And we drop them off. You love to see it. We are going to be playing against the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know how good this team really is. As you can see, Trae Young did drop a 31 bomb in Game 7, so that's definitely nice. Tatum really didn't do too much there, only 12 points. But it's a little bit of contribution regardless. So we are up against this Hawks team. That is nothing too crazy. I think we should drop them off. As they start off 3-0 on us and actually sweep us 4-0. I have jinxed us too many times throughout this sim. It's the golden thing here. So year 17, still have Ben Simmons now to 96 overall. Everybody's starting to regress. They're all starting to get older. Cat, Trae Young, Ben Simmons, Jayson Tatum. We're not going to have anybody on any of these teams at this point in the career, I doubt. All-NBA first team, no. All-NBA second team, nope. All-NBA third team, nope. So, the year 2034, we do make playoffs still. We're the 5th seed, so not too bad. How's Tatum doing? Tatum, he's getting his numbers back up at only a 93 overall now. Still averaging about 24 points per game. So he's getting them back up to where they used to be when he was getting his shots up in his earlier years. So you love to see it. Yeah, so our first round matchup is up against the Indiana Pacers. Once again, I feel like we played this team a ton in the playoffs. As they get the 2-1 start on us, 2-2. Hopefully we don't choke it out, but we got to see. So 2-2. Kings have been eliminated. They get the lead 3-2. We don't love to see that at all. Let's clutch it out. Come on, take this to 7 at least, Tatum. Big money, big games. We take it to 7. We do take it to 7. Come on. One more game. That's all we need. One more game. And they drop us off. That's a tough scene. That's a tough scene for sure. As here we are in year 18. Year 18. Everybody is super down. 91 overall, Jayson Tatum. He has 1 year left on this contract. After this, I would assume he just goes ahead and retires. So, We don't have anybody on the all NBA teams. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. But let's see what we finished. We did make playoffs, 3rd seed in the East once again. Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jayson Tatum, all those guys. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is still hanging around as well. So, let's see. We're versing LaMelo Ball and the boys in the 1st round, which is a rough scene because, like I said, revenge game. And he's definitely in a little bit better shape to take us down than this Jayson Tatum at this point. So, let's see what they got. 1-0. They start off 2-0. Oh, I thought that was about to go 3-0. I thought they were about to get a clean sweep on us. 3-1. And let's see. 3-1. 3-2. We're making a little bit of a game. And we've been dropped off 4-2. And this is the end of the sim because in the last 2 years, Tatum just sits around in free agency doing nothing. So this is the end of Tatum's career. If you want to see more, like the video. Peace.